Okay, here we go. Yep. Okay. Let's see. I need to communicate the host. Oh, I haven't done it yet. Okay, where did I do this? Send you disconnected message. Disconnect host. Okay. Okay, host change. Here's our packet type. Let's see. Host change 7. Need to add this to the networking. Match. Where did I have this at? Functions? I need to move this. We'll go to message types up here. Oh, put it back. Dang it. I don't want it here. There's literally no way to put this in between. Come on. Whatever. This is better. Okay, so we have you're disconnected. Let's do host change. That should be 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Host change. It's all good and dandy. Let's see. Packet workflow handler, message builder. Okay. Session. So that's going to get sent to all clients. Let's see. Yo, why is my camera like that? I need to shrink it. I do filters, crop pad, 200 to the left, 300 to the left, 200 to the. Sure, why not? I guess we're gonna need a light or something. Don't want it in my eye. Okay. Now this one is kind of in my eye. Kind of warm in here. What is this song? Man, these playlists are garbo. Okay. All right. So we have the host being sent a message when or everyone being sent a message with the new host. So we need to handle this in Gamemaker. If I could fix my dang mic. Give me a break. Okay. Gamemaker side. Let's make a new handler. Clients. Let's call it net handle host change. Okay. Let's give a small description here. Handles the changing of hosts. Okay, and this should be pretty simple. Actually, we need to see if on this side, are we sending anyone a disconnection of the host? No, but we are sending the host. Yeah, maybe we will. We could delete the host based on this, I believe. Let's see, client disconnected. I think we could do the same thing here. So we'll do host change. Okay, and then we destroy that old instance, and then we say var client new host equals find client by ID. Dang it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to add in the host's ID here, actually. Host equals clients. Yeah, so I think here we can actually say int host ID equals host dot get client ID. Come on. And we could send that in with our packet by saying add data CID. This is the disconnecting. I wonder if this is actually, where's this called? Yeah, we do need to call that. Okay, what's remove client do exactly? Client add, client remove, add message, send new disconnected message. Yeah, I want to do something a bit different than that. Okay, so disconnect host. Okay, so yeah, we'll send the CID. This is going to be the ID of the host. It's just going to be host, host ID, yeah. Okay, and we have our new host and our old host. Maybe I'll make these a bit more apparent. Old host and new host. Then on the Gamemaker side, I will say old host we want to remove, and it's gonna be DC host ID, and then we want the new host var new host ID equals received message new host, and then let's plug that in there. And then we'll say new host dot hosting equals true. That's it. Okay, so now I actually want an identifier on the hosting GUI. Basically, when you're hosting, I want it to appear in the GUI. So if I go to my menus, matchmaking, GUI match slot, we'll draw this. Okay, so I'm drawing my client assigned username. I'll say if I'm gonna have to do this inside of brackets here actually. It's fine. I'll say if client assigned dot hosting. Then we're gonna draw host plus that. Okay. I'll just say else. We will execute this little piece of code, and then now we should be able to see who the host is. Take away host. Okay. I'll go ahead and close all these windows. Okay. I think I'm ready to test it, maybe? So let me build an executable. This is really annoying. Packages zip. Should I just do it inside of... No, not there. Game design. Dropbox game design. Sure, why not? Tank Wars multiplayer. And package it. Get ready to start the server. Actually, haven't tested it in a while. Oh, baby, I'm playing. Sure. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, my server started. Let's open up some Tank Wars. Okay, it's say Gloomy Toad. This should be the host. Matchmaking. Or not. Hello. Got an issue. Index out of bounds. Range check. Team manager. Get team. Get team 0. Find team with least players. Oh, I need to do an if. If teams dot is empty. Basically what happened is I had an empty list, and yeah. Actually, I don't need all this. I could literally do if teams is empty, then we'll just do return. Oh, do I have to make a new team? Wait, I don't know if I ever initialized my teams. Teams equals new array list. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to initialize my array list. So I actually need to do, yeah, let's do for int I equals 0. I is less than max players, I plus plus. We'll say teams dot add new team. And oh, I have to give them an ID, right? I think. Yeah, ID and team size. Team size. Wait, why do I have to give them a team size? Oh, the size of members for each team. Oh, this should be amount of teams. Amount of teams. Then we're creating a new team with an ID of I. And then a size of max players, and this should create my team, and this should do everything else. Okay, why is this erroring? Return. Oh, we're gonna return. Actually, let's try that. Play. Let's try this one more time. Matchmaking, there we go. But we are not seeing ourselves. So what did we get sent? We got sent Gloomy Toad team. Wait, what is that? Oh. Wait a minute. Why did this happen? Gloomy Toad team. Why am I sending all the team members? I think I just want to send the team ID. That's interesting. So I need to go to the clients. Oh yeah. This needs to be team.id. Okay, let's try that. Team, or it'll say Gloomy Toad. Matchmaking. Gosh, dang it. New session has been created. Info, port, IP, name, team 0, that's correct. What is this client's array though? Okay, that's fine. This one's the one that got sent to all clients. Interesting. Let me join with my other second. Okay, so I'm just straight up not working now. Does that have to do with my slot change? If client assigned dot hosting, client assigned is not equal no one. No, it shouldn't be that. Oh, what's going on now? Good morning, Irish Keshish and Durlecker. I am not good with names. Let's see here. What is going on? I am really curious as to why client second has been removed. This is the one. I don't think I'm getting correct info or something. So this got sent to all clients. I had client Gloomy Toad that was on team 0. Second was on team 0, which is incorrect, first of all. Oh no, that could be correct. Client ID, that's correct. I was sent to all packets, or all clients. Interesting. So I'm not handling something correctly here. All client info with instance create depth, client IP, blah 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 blah. Team equals team. And I have my match slot controller, which should be running every 10 steps with clients. Assign client to slot, that's fine. Draw if client assigned. If client assigned does not equal no one. If client assigned dot hosting. Get that message. How do I debug this? This is not good. Assign client to slot. Match slot controller. Find first open slot. Team. Find first slot of team. Equals team to search for. Team to search for is what I am inserting here, which should be 0. If instance found dot team equals team to search for. Instance find. Okay, so I gotta see what I'm assigning these teams to be. Let's go to match controller, the create event. Oh, I'm assigning team 0. Needs to be team 0 and team 1. There we go. Okay, so now let me build my executable and we should get something. I wish there was a faster way to test this multiplayer stuff. It's kind of cumbersome. Okay. Should be done building any moment. Okay, here we go. All right, so if I type gloomy toad, that's fine. Matchmaking. Come on, client hosting not set before reading it. That's baloney. I don't believe it. Not set before reading it. In the draw event, the client's hosting should be set to false by default. Almost positive. So if I got a client, well, I have to be wrong, but okay. Hosting equals false. But it should be getting set. Oh, no. It wouldn't yet, huh? If you could cover this in a future video, how to change sprites when moving left or right, like with separate sprites, not just flipping them. Yeah, it's, I could do that. It's really all you need to do is have a direction set. So you have just a direction, like a dir variable, and have it set to 1 when you're moving right, because you'll kind of need to add that anyway to apply your movement to the right, and then have it -1 when you're moving left. And then at the end of your step event or in your draw event, whatever, you could say if dir equals 1, then my image should be my sprite index should be the one on the right. But yeah, I could do something like that. Did I even... Why is Gamemaker joined? Did I not close that? Oh, I need to handle errors. If my game errors out, it actually doesn't disconnect me. So did I build? I don't remember if I built an executable. Sorry. Rebuild. Yeah, Yumito's got it. Yumede? Man, you guys, maybe it's just Americans. We don't know how to pronounce names. I feel like our names are so simple. All right, let's try this. I'm gonna restart the server. The server starts way faster than Gamemaker, so. Okay, so we have Gloomy Toad. If I hit matchmaking, there we go, we got Gloomy Toad. It should show the host here though, that's really frustrating. We'll say Umedo. Okay, yeah, it should definitely show host, and I don't understand that. Okay. Yeah, something's wrong with my disconnect message as well. So my all client info needs to have if hosting's true, so I'll say info map dot put host. I'll just put h because I got to really make this packet shorter. Hosting. Wait, do I not have host for client? I'm not keeping track if they're host or not. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Yeah, they definitely, I need to keep track of what client is hosting for sure. So let's put private boolean host. It's gonna be default false, and I'll have to say public void set host hosting boolean hosting. I'll say this dot host equals hosting. Now I need to handle that actually. So disconnect host. When I change my host, host ID equals host dot get client ID, host equals client get, and then I need to say host dot set hosting to true. And also on, I need to rearrange some of this tomorrow. On add client, no, when I make a new host, so create session. So yeah, this dot host equals host. I need to say, at the end of this, I need to say host dot set hosting to true. Could actually so yeah, they need to send who's hosting. That way I can set the client that's hosting. So all client info. Let's create. What, baby? Yeah, we go play, baby. I'm doing. Okay. Shut my door. So I'm gonna go hosting equals clients info. And this is just H. I really got to keep the packet size down here because this is a pretty large packet because it's all the client's info. So that'll actually set the hosting. I think that might be all I need actually. Unless I'm missing a case. Let me pause this. Is my stream, I think it's up. Yeah, I think it's working. Okay, so this should show me who the host is. Fumi, Toad, matchmaking. No, why? Hosting equals client info dot host on join success. Receive message host. Network manager dot hosting. Oh, actually need to set host equals network manager dot host. So the client and the network manager kind of share the same information. So let me see what happens if I join again. Second join. Ugh. What is this? Network. Oh, network manager dot hosting. I think that's what I need. Let's try that. Gloomy Toad matchmaking. Oh, this is frustrating. Okay, let me restart the session. I don't understand why my hosting. What's wrong with my hosting? Yeah. Gloomy or whatever that says. Oh, there we go. So now we have host. Okay, so now we have our own, if we are hosting currently, but all client info. I guess I'll go ahead and try multiple instances now. Let's see. This is very uninteresting so far. I'm about to start getting into the gameplay programming here in a full too long. Let me see. Hit play, restart the server, matchmaking. So we have our host here. Second join, matchmaking. Now we don't get updated here with the host. That doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. The reason is, I'm saying with the client, maybe I need to get rid of the default hosting here. Maybe I need to get rid of this event, delete. I'm gonna hit play here. I should get updated with the host. Third, matchmaking. Now I should have gotten a message here. All client info, instance create clients, hosting equals client info.h, which should be set to, go to my clients, set hosting, this host equals hosting. Yeah, what's being sent here? Let me see. It's a capital H. I bet that has something to do with it, I think. Let me do a lowercase h. Let's try that. Okay, so I hit play. Oh wait, I need to restart my server. Gloomy, matchmaking, that's where you're hosting. Let me restart. Oh wait, this isn't gonna work, is it? I don't think this will work. Gloomy, matchmaking, yeah. So I'm gonna have to actually make a second after this garbage again. One instance, 2 instances, 3 instances. Okay, so we have Gloomy, matchmaking, hosting. Second join, matchmaking. Okay, we have the host Gloomy. I think Gloomy should be at the top, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. This weird name. Okay, so let me open up. Oh, why are all my teams 0? I need to fix that. Hello. Yep. So I have an issue where, what is this? Argument, incorrect type, expecting a number, receive packets. So I think I'm receiving a packet that I'm not expecting. But what should be happening actually is my GUI match slot controller, I don't think is assigning things correctly. Oh yeah, my GUI match slot is to be team equals 1, red, blue, that's fine. Oh, I need to assign, I don't think I'm assigning the team correctly. If I is less than other.max players, okay. Okay, here we go. I need to open up Gloomy matchmaking. Okay, I don't know if it's assigning me to the correct team, actually. Yeah, let's see what my server's sending here. So we have clients, Gloomy, that's fine. Host is true. Host is false for second, that's good. This is a very long packet though. It's good. It's fine, size-wise. It's fine. Team 0. Yeah, my team is not being set correctly at all. Okay, so that's server-side issue. So when I get a new client, I'm having... Where's my add client here? Then I add a client, hosting equals false. Okay, new client ID, that's fine. Clients add, new client dot set team, add client get team, new client. Okay, here I say clients team equals find team with least players. And I say min team equals get team 0, that's fine. Then I cycle through all the teams. I say if the current iteration team dot team member size is less than first team's member dot size, min team equals team. Then I return min team. That should be correct. Let me... Am I not adding enough teams here? Max players, amount of teams. Teams.add, new team I as their ID. Max players. The amount of teams should be max players, amount of teams. There should be 2 for max teams. Max teams. Teams. Okay, but that's not being called. It's this one. Default teams equals 2. Okay. So I need to reevaluate this. So on my add client, I need to say int for a team new client team equals this value. And I want to print debug message out. Say set team new clients team. And then I'm going to print a message. System dot, oh wait, let's do logger. Logger dot info. New clients team is plus new clients team dot ID. Okay. Actually, I could do this with total members. I could say new clients team dot team members dot size. Okay, so now I have some info at least. Let me retry these. Help. Matchmaking. So let's read what it output for us here. New session created. What? Oh, okay. Bloomy. New clients team is 0 with 6 members. What is this garbage? Oh man. Okay, so I don't know how many teams I'm getting. Let's print out another message. Let's do logger info there are total teams. Then let's get how many teams we have. So we'll go team manager dot, oh shoot. Need to make a getter for this. It's gonna be, I don't need this actually. Whatever, it's fine. Teams. So I'll say public int get number of teams, and this is simply going to return teams dot size, which is the size of that list. And now I could say team manager, oh sorry, let's do team manager dot get number of teams. Now we run it. Now I run Gamemaker. Join with this guy. Yeah, there's 2 teams. Why is that function failing me then? New client's team is 0. Yeah, that function's failing me. Function I speak of is add client get team. This is returning something, and then yeah, I'm setting team, new client's team. It's team team.id. I don't understand. That's not where I want to be. Heck. Find team with least players. This function has to be failing me somehow. Team min team equals get team 0. That's fine. That's the first team in the array. And I say for each team, I say if the current team's team members dot size is less than this, which should be, because let's test that. Let's say logger.info. I need to throw my debug up there, but it's fine. Say compared team size versus first team size. Then the parameters we want is team.teammembers.size and min team.teammembers.size. Okay. Let's see what happened here. Compared team size 6 first team size 6. What? What? Is it the same team? Hold on. Am I referencing the same team twice somehow? For each team and team. Min team is get team 0. For each team in my teams list, I say, is that team's team members dot size I'm so confused by this. Why do I have 6 in each of these? Add client, get team. Find team with least players, return client's team. Oh, what is this? Why am I not using... Why am I passing in a client here and not using it? Wait. Okay. That's odd. Whatever, that doesn't matter right now. Get team 0. What is this returning? Maybe I shouldn't use this method. It's just a tiny... Let me not use that. I think that was actually bugged. I don't even want to explain that. Let's do teams.get 0. Okay, I think I might have figured it out. So don't write methods like that. And I have too many windows open. Give me a break. All right, see what happens now. So I'm gonna type in second team, please. Matchmaking. Wait, what? Okay. First team, please. Okay, so we have our host working correctly. Say this guy, and this should be red team for sure. No. Is this garbage? Compared team size 6 versus team size 6. Did I restart the server? I did, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Oh, I know why. No, I don't. Do I? Okay, so I'm adding teams.size. Team members. Oh! Because I'm adding team members here. Why? Why am I doing that? Do I need to do that? No. No, 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 no. Do I need to do that? I don't think I need this crap. I don't think I need to know the team size. Do I? I don't know. Let's try it. So what I was doing actually was I was creating a list of team members, but I was filling the list with null values. So the actual size of my list was always 6, which isn't what I wanted because I was trying to compare two lists by their size, and they were both 6 all the time because I initialized them at 6. So if I take away that initialization, just leave the list empty to begin, I should have fixed the problem. So I need to open up 6 instances to make sure this thing works. Actually 7 to make sure it's fully working. Okay, so this is gonna be Gloomy Toad's the host, right? Always. Okay, Gloomy Toad's the host. Then we're gonna have this guy. Okay, so we have Gloomy Toad hosting, that's right. Hello. Okay, so we should get this guy on the red team. Should be red. Ugh. No. No, stop. You're killing me here. Compared team size 0. Now it's always 0. What is happening now? Okay, so I have my team. I have a new array list that's team members. Find team, blah, 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 blah. Add client, get team. I'm not actually adding the stinking client to the team either. So, you know what? I think I'm actually gonna do it like this. Client dot set team to be client's team, and then we're gonna say client's team dot add, wait, members, team members dot add our clients. And we're not going to return anything. I don't need this. Add client. Oh yeah, I do. Add client, get team. I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. Okay, so what I should have now. Closing all these out. I wonder if that actually sends an error. Yeah, it does. I need to handle that error. Okay, Gloomy Toad will be the host. Hopefully this is the last time I have to do this. Okay. Okay, so I actually got a member on the red team now, which is a positive sign. Just need to try a couple more times. Hello. Okay, so now we have 2 members on the red team. It's trying to like even the teams out, right? And then.
Okay, Dad.
Hi, baby. A little bit.
Dad, I like you.
Like you too. Lay down, baby.
Dad,
Shut my door, sweetie. Okay. Then let's go to. Let's just call this one tank. So now we have a tank. We should get one more on our red team, I think. Say red team last. Now we have a full session. Make sure everything's synced up correctly. Oops. So I have the same teammates. They're not in the same order, obviously, but I think that's fine. And now if I join another one, it should make a new session. So new session, it should create. Yeah, so we have a new session with the new host. Okay, so if I come over here and I remove this guy, I need to print their name out up here as well. Incorrect type. So I'm sending an incorrect type that I'm not receiving on Gamemaker's side. Yeah, so I just got an error. Closed everything out. So I'm not receiving the correct packet for some reason on Gamemaker's side. So on my message types, let's see what I'm sending when a client disconnects. So, boom, 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 boom. Remove client. I'm sending other disconnect message. Client disconnected should be the packet type with client ID. Client disconnected is 3. Am I not handling it? Client disconnect. Wait, 0, 1, 2, 3. Client disconnected. That's right. Network manager. Handle client disconnect. Interesting. What am I not receiving correctly then? 0, 1, 2, 3. Client disconnected. And here, my packet types, where are you? 3, client disconnected. And that should be what I'm sending. Send other disconnect message. Client disconnected is the packet type. Add data. Build. It's gonna be my session message. And then add message. I'm sending that one. Wait, this needs to go to all clients. And this one needs to go to the clients. The one that's disconnecting. Send you disconnected message. You are disconnected. Okay. That should fix the problem. So now I should be able to have disconnects, hopefully. Let's just try to disconnect one. Wait, why do I only have, okay. Okay, And now if this guy disconnects, doesn't make sense. That must be the host disconnecting, possibly. So if the host disconnects, okay, if the host, where's my host disconnecting? I need to reorganize this stuff. Disconnect host, here we are. Oh, we're sending a host change packet. Which is our new host and our old host. We're sending to all clients. So our host change should be 7, right? Yeah. So our 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, chain. That's not what I wanted. Change. Okay, and then our network manager. Oh, I never set up the handler for this. So I say net add message handler message type dot host change, and it's gonna handle net handle host change, and that's it. So now I'm almost to a stable point where I can actually develop. What happens when you make a lot of changes without testing? Build faster. We have one. What? Received message. Post. Oh. It called it for some reason. Okay. Build, create executable. Yeah, thanks, Wayne. You were correct. So if you put the braces on there, it actually calls the script. So if you're just wanting to input the reference of the script, you have to do it without the braces. You were right about that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Open to font. Okay, so I'm pretty confident that the disconnecting and stuff's gonna work. I'm going to try the host migration right now. I'm gonna say Gloomy Toad. I'm going to add, wait, what? Do I still have one open? Yeah. I think when the host disconnects from Gamemaker or something, it doesn't actually, oh no, it's when the errors happen. I really need to work on the heartbeat. I think that's the next thing I'm gonna do. Which the heartbeat's gonna transfer actually. Okay, so I need to restart my server. So let's say Gloomy Toad. This guy should be the host, right? Okay. And then we have this guy. Oh, hello? No, not what I wanted. What'd I do? Where's my Gloomy Toad one? Okay. Okay, third. I really need a better way of doing this. Okay, so I have third, I have Gloomy Toad. So let me disconnect Gloomy Toad and see if the host migration works. Okay, yeah, the host got set to SFFS. Now if I don't know which one of these is actually that. I'll take a chance. Okay, that was third. Okay, so I'm just going to connect with all of my players. Let's try this. Okay, so I have room for one more player. Uh-oh. It's not doing anything. Null pointer exception. Packet workflow handler. If open session is not equal to null, open session add client. There's something wrong with this. Session new client is null. set client. Yeah, it says it's referencing a That's interesting. What the heck? Did I not type a name in? Oh, I did. Oh man, what did I do to mess this thing up? Oh, it's receiving packets. It's not doing anything with them. The heck? Just like an old version that I accidentally opened or something? Odd. Wow, it's just not doing anything anymore. Can I restart it? It's literally not doing just wasn't responding. It was receiving packets, it wasn't sending them through the workflow. It's really weird. Okay, matchmaking, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so I have 2 more slots available. 1 more slot available. This is where I got the error last time. Oh, it worked. I don't know what happened. It's like the thread shut down or something. Okay, made a new... You know what? I think I know why. I think I know exactly why. When I actually remove a client from the server, I'm not actually clearing up a spot for team. So like if I exit here and I try to join one more time, I'm not actually, when my client disconnected, I didn't actually remove spot from the team. So the team is still full. Wait, what? Oh no, this is incorrect. Let's try one more. So yeah, I think that's what's happening. I think my team's full. So match GUI not set before reading it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, what's happening is I'm overflowing on my teams, so it can't display them because the values aren't correct. But it's not allowing me to add the correct things to the teams as well. So on my client disconnect, I get my get session, I disconnect client, and on disconnect client, which I really need to combine these remove client and disconnect hosts, host values, but on this client's remove, I actually need to remove him from his team. So I need to say, wait, is contains thread safe? Assume it is. If I did a, where do I initialize this bad boy at? Wait, new array list. It's actually not. I thought I did initialize it. Wait a second. Synchronized on clients. I could have sworn I made this. Hold on. Collections dot, what's the command for it again? Synchronize list. So I might have actually ran into a threading problem earlier. Possibly. Why? I swear this was, though. That's really odd. Okay. Okay, so now my contains should be, yeah, that's correct. Okay, my remove client though, I need to say, clients, wait, what? Clients not remove, yeah, that's fine. I need to also say client dot teams, get team dot team members. I just need to say remove member. This is going to be the client. So I need to make this method. This is actually going to remove the client. So I'm going to say team members dot remove clients. Thinking I actually am going to make this not public anymore. It's starting to interfere with things. Remove member, that's correct. So I actually am going to need to do this for host disconnect as well. Yeah, I really need to combo these somehow. Host, yeah. So I need to say remove member. This actually needs to be done up here before I change the host. So it's going to say host.getTeam, remove member, host. Okay. That's all fine and dandy. Let's give it another shot. Yeah, you're right, Wayne. I need to do that bad. Okay. I've been saying that for like 3 days now. I just haven't done it. Okay. I'll do that like right after this test, actually, because I'll just keep saying I'm going to and never do it. Okay. Cool. So let's remove somebody. Whoever guy this is. Okay, he got removed. Host got changed, so I removed the host apparently. Now let me remove another guy and let me open up a couple more instances, and the teams should still kind of be seamless right now. There we go. So added. Okay, it's working correctly so far. This one should fill up our teams. Boy, oh boy, that didn't work. Where's my error? My add client is not working. Let's see. Let's follow my logs here. I need to get rid of this log. I don't care anymore. So my last client send attempt was, let's see, team size 2 versus team size 2. Okay, that's fine. Wait, what? Okay, so I have team 1. I have a lot of clients up here. Clients. Team 1. Why? I need to clean up my logs, guys. So I'm actually going to close these guys out. Close window. Close window. Window. Pull all my logs here, actually. Oh, that actually crashed my program. I didn't even notice that. It's runtime. Okay, this is weird. It's like this add client's getting called, but it's not getting a valid value. It's really weird. Let me run my session tests. See if I get an error here. No such method? What? Do I need to clean up my tests too? What happened? Run session test. Okay, what is this? I think I broke something. Okay, add clients being called from packet workflow handler, and should be my match request, and it's right here. Sender name, sender IP, sender port. This is weird. I don't know why that would fail. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and print out the name here as requested. Here we go. Who do I want to print that thing out? Match slot controller? Sure, why not? That's kind of gross though, but whatever. Draw GUI. I'll say draw name. Let's do a draw text. Let's do this screen width screen what is it? Screen get, what is it? Window center? Heck? Oh, that centers the window. That's not what window get width divided by 2. Let's do like 15, and then let's do network manager dot, is it username? Username. There we go. Now we'll have our stinking thing, and let's do draw set H align to FA center, and draw set text to font to FNT. Let's do sure narrow medium, whatever that means. Okay, yeah, I'm really curious as to what's happening. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I hit 1,000 subscribers. I hit a milestone on Patreon as well. I'm gonna be doing a video about it soon, I think. Okay. Currently coding while you're coding and testing with my brain, yes. Oh, what was that? Oh, okay. I thought this was an error. Yeah, I could see how that could affect you. Is my server even running? Do you guys mind? Do you guys like seeing the logs here? Oh, wait, that's not what I want. Really need to set up the build on this. Okay. Matchmaking. Oh, that didn't work at all, but kind of. Okay, client 2. I really need to be able to put numbers in here too. Client 3. Okay. Client 4. Let's see. Lumitoad, client 2, client 3, client. So it's actually adding them in staggered order like I wanted. So let's do client 5, client 6. Let's see if I get an error right here. Okay, so it worked there. Makes me wonder if it's something with the disconnecting. So if I disconnect client 4, yeah, client 4 is gone. It's good. But if I try to join a new one, I think I'm going to get that error again. Client 7. What? I think it has to be a multi-threading issue somewhere. Let me disconnect 2. Okay, so let me connect 2 more. New 1. New 2. Let's do another lobby. New lobby. Hello? Okay, so now if I shoot, I don't know, hit escape here. And now let's add a new one, see what happens. Works fine. I'm at a loss, guys. I don't know. Okay, okay, so new lobby. This is our new lobby. Yeah. I need to have like a lobby ID up here too or something. Lobby name or something. Maybe I can have like a list of lobby names. I don't know. Then let's see. Okay, oh, let me try disconnecting the host and see if that messes it up. So if I go to, what's my host name? New lobby. Oh, here we are, new lobby. Disconnect that guy. Okay, so we have a new host that's hello, but maybe if I try to connect now, broken? No, it worked. Oh, he didn't get updated with the host. Okay, so we have this guy. Why didn't he get updated with the host? Why? He didn't get updated with the host as well. Neither one of these guys are. I don't know if you guys noticed, but hello is the host. Okay, this guy got updated with the host just now. Yeah, so new joining players are not getting updated with the host. See what my logs say. Okay, when we go to my packet workflow handler, I'm going to clean up a log here. Or no, it's actually my server. Server. Right. Right here, system out, listening. Don't care. I'll put this one just for, oh, why is that still system.out? I'll do logger.info, listening, data packet received. I guess that's kind of useful though. Do I care about this packet sent to user though? That's happening quite a bit. That'd be under my session message, or no, would it be my session communicator? Packet sent to user. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that. Okay. Okay. All this looks good. What was I thinking again? First off, before I go further into this, let me fix that stinking. If I go to my match slot controller, let's do this at like 25. Try to get the text on the screen. Okay, oh yeah, so new client is not getting updated with the host for some reason. So when a new client joins, the add client's getting called. And then join success message is being established, which is building. Yeah, this is not. This is sending if we're currently the host. I actually need to put this down here, which is not what we want. Session, join message, broadcast all client info. Okay. Which I guess we could send in the new client message. So this join success message, we can actually send the current host of the game. Do I have access to that? Because I have a feeling like this packet's coming in and the other packet's arriving, but not in time. No, should be. So the join success message is being sent, then, well, it's being added to the send queue. Then the add broadcast all client info message being sent. And this should be this one. And this is builder.add data client info, which should be here. Session clients, what it's referencing. Should be fine. Client get info map, which is saying host. Session. Clients.add, that's correct. Okay, so the join success. All client info. It doesn't make sense though. Because when new players join, it's been working. But if I disconnect, why am I setting this twice? What the heck? When I disconnect, I don't know. I don't even remember what was happening anymore. Let's redo it. Oh, it's hot in my room, guys. Is anyone interested in an AI tutorial, like a 30-minute AI tutorial? Like a top-down taking cover thing? I don't know. Trying to switch it up. Alright, let me go here. Add my... I feel like this is getting worse. Like, I feel like it was working better before. I don't know. Let's do matchmaking. Matchmaking. I don't really remember what was... By the way, guys, this is actually going to be a framework that you guys can use for matchmaking service. Kind of like a Steam type thing, without Steam. If you just want like an easy matchmaking thing. I'm making it customizable, so from a configuration file, you could set basically your game settings, how many teams or how many sessions you can have, how many teams per session, how many players per session, things like that. So it's completely customizable. Okay, so that started my new session. Now, what was my issue? Oh yeah, I'm not... I disconnect the host. Well, let me disconnect this guy. And then let me connect a new guy. He gets the host just fine. But if I disconnect the host, everyone gets updated just fine. But watch what happens. See, host, everyone got updated correctly. But watch what happens if I start a new game. This is weird. getting an error. Why? Null pointer. This does not make sense to me. It's saying that my client's null, like it's failing to create a client or something. And this is the packet I received. Hold on. Or no, is this the one I sent? TP4. No, this is the packet I received. Name. Which is a correct... That's a correct packet. So that's the packet it's working with. Null pointer. It's literally getting the null pointer at line 93. Wait, what? 93? What does it mean, 93? Wait, I'm confused. Oh, on line 93. Yeah, this is line 93. Sorry, I thought that was column for some reason. I was like, what? Oh, my client IDs. It has to be my client ID. My client IDs are not being reset correctly. So I have a queue of client IDs. So basically just this little simple thing. I have a queue right here. So like I have a queue where it's like 0. Oh, this is cool. I didn't know Paint had like a nice brush like this. That's nice. Okay, so I have a queue like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So these are client IDs. When someone joins, I just pull one off the queue and assign it to them, right? And then when they leave, I should kind of put it back. It doesn't matter where it's put back. It's going to be put back on the top, basically. But basically, that's what happens. It's just like a rotating queue, but I don't think I'm reassigning the queue when a host leaves. So if I go to my session, I should really throw an error there if it tries to pull. Does this get it? Whatever. I need to go to my host, remove or disconnect host. So disconnect host. I remove my host. Blah blah blah. I remove a member. Clients remove host. I really need to handle this better. So I should have a remove client. Client add. Client remove. Remove member. Send you a disconnect message. Send others a disconnect message. Client size. Session shut down. This. I think I can literally, instead of all this garbage, I could say remove client. This is how it should be anyways. Host. And then I can handle the rest of the host BS down here, right? So yeah, I have to send the new host message. That's fine. My host ID. So this is resetting my host basically, which is totally fine. But up here, actually, we'll do the removal. Yeah. So I do remove clients, and I'll call this, which is going to add my ID back. Okay, I did it, guys. I'm a magician. I'm the brightest programmer in all the land. For some reason, I thought the client was null. I didn't even think about the IDs being null. I guess I could... Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm gonna be getting errors because I'm like disconnecting. Yeah, I need to... Okay, that should be fine. So... Okay, it wasn't fine. It wasn't fine at all. What happened? Okay, let's just redo this. Man, I'm telling you guys, like... When you start developing stuff like this, you start thinking about how much you take libraries and frameworks to use, even like Gamemaker, for granted. Like, this stuff is really hard to do. Like, for instance, all this is made simple. Like, if you're Steam greenlit and use like Steamworks or something, all this is basically, all this is done for you. Pretty cool. Okay, so let me fill my game up. This is the jam. What do you guys think? Okay, so currently, if I disconnect the host, who is this guy, host disconnected. Now I should be able to join back. So I should have my client IDs reset correctly. Did I get an error down here? No. So that's good, that's good. My packet size is basically to its max right here. 470, I don't really want to go any higher than that, so transmitting. I don't want to transmit any more information. So that's a new session open. Disconnect to the host one more time. FWEF. Yeah, there we go. So disconnect to my host. Everyone got updated with the new one. All right, guys, I could be... He didn't get updated with the host. What gives? Let's see that packet that was just sent. Okay, here's the packet. If I decode it, let me actually break this out into something I can read. Let me open this. Let me open Visual Studio Code. Because it has a JSON formatter. It's pretty cool. New file, whatever. I don't care. I paste this in, and I say, I'll save as whatever .json. Select all, right click. Oh wait, what format? Forgot the format. Oh, there we go, format selection. There we go. So I have my clients, get out of here. My team, hosting, false, 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 false. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it didn't correctly send hosting. Who's the host? Who's supposed to be the host? WEFGFH should be host. WEFGFH. WEFGFH. This guy should be host. Saying false. I am going to do a tutorial in a second, guys. If you guys want to hang around. If you guys want to see like a top-down tutorial, I'm going to do one after I get this figured out. If you guys don't want to see it, just say no. And I won't do it. Actually, yeah, we'll see. Get team. Host ID equals host.get client ID. That's fine. Oh, if the new guy, wait. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Host disconnected. New host is 2. WEFGA I'm setting hosting to true. Is that not weird? Seems weird to me. Set hosting to true. This host equals hosting. Oh, yeah. This is weird. So I know that this is getting called because this is getting called, right? If you look here, host disconnected, new host is 2, WEFGH, which is correct. But the last guy that joined in did not get that message. Set hosting equals true. Yeah, hosting, set hosting equals true. Let me put this stuff at the bottom because I'm never using it. Okay. So on add clients, yeah, new client, add client, and pull. Add client, get team, that's fine. Join message. Hosting's gonna be false for this. This should say host. Is host? This is wacky. It's wacky, 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 wacky. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, that should be on my client, right? So my clients, it's a private, so I have to be using set host for it. Set hosting. Let's see when this thing is called. Set hosting to true here. This is on disconnect. Host.setHost to true. That's fine. Then I send that updated message. That's fine. I think it was called from somewhere else as well, though. Set hosting. This is on a new session only. Remove client, remove, get team, remove member, whatever. Let me disconnect the current host, see what happens. This guy's the current host. Host disconnected, new host is WEFWFS. And this guy did not even get notified of this. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. WEF. But if I add a new player, that's where I come with that issue, right? ASD. Boom. Not being updated. And why? Well, if we read, this guy's host is false. No, I literally set it. Right here I set it, and I know it has to be set. Right? New host equals get... Maybe this is not setting it correctly, or maybe it's not changing true into something. Host. Boolean host. Boolean hosting. What is going on? What is this referencing? This is up here, yeah, that's... I'm setting it to true. Specifically setting it to true. This dot host equals hosting. And this is being set to true every single time. And it says here, maybe I should print out here, is host see if it's actually getting set. Host dot get is host. Let me return true or false on that. I'll do public boolean is host. Return host. This should be called hosting, actually, now that I think of it. Return hosting. Stop hosting equals hosting. What is this? What is this giving me? Return outside. Oh. There we go. Is host. How that, I guess. Oh, this is gonna give me an error because I'm gonna crap all of these out. Not. Hello? Let's go. Work. Okay. Matchmaking. Here we are. Our first little guy in. Our second guy. So our third guy. Okay. So, I need to disconnect my host. Host disconnected. We have a new host. S. Someone else joins in. He's not updated. Now, we have down here, host disconnected. Is host true? This is blowing my mind. It's like the client's getting reset after I set it, but it's like impossible. I don't think it's possible. Because you see right here, host is connected, new host is 1, and I said is host equals, and then I got the value, right? So true. Now it's inputting 0 when it actually, see, h equals false, okay? But that means hosting is false right here, which doesn't make any sense. Because look, host is connected, new host is L, right? And if you look, oh wait, I have the wrong guy here. Wait, what? New host. Oh. He's client ID 1. His name is S. So you have name S here with H, which should be hosting, but it's false. But up here, I asked for the exact same thing, and it's true. So something is happening. Host is connected. New host is 1. S is host equals true. I have nothing that sets this thing back to false. There's nothing. I can go to, it's a private, so that means it can't be accessed without using the set hosting. It can't be changed without using the set hosting, which is set to true in both cases. What? The only way I see this happening is if I am resetting the clients somehow. Like I'm recreating the instances or something. So for example, when do I call this guy? Well, don't include my sessions. I have my, no? Either one of those. I'll look clients. Create new session or open session. What? Open session to add client. Sender IP, sender name, whatever. No, so this is the only place I even create clients. I set this new client to hosting equals false. If clients.contains new client set client ID. Clients.add. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go through debugging here. What do I even debug for this? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna start debugging now. We're gonna debug. Oh shoot, didn't did it yet. So I'm gonna get errors because this. Let me start debugging. I want to see what happens when I disconnect. So this is gonna be host. Let's join with a couple other guys. Okay, so we have a host. Okay. Let's go ahead and disconnect our host. Let me put a debug point down. So let's do the remove clients. And I'm going to disconnect from host. We get a debug here. Then I got to figure out my buttons again. So we're going to use step over. Okay. Step over. Oh, shoot. Dang it. That's not what I wanted. Dang it. Did I hit the wrong button? What did I step over exactly? I guess I should have stepped into... Oh, I hit F9. Wow, you're smart, Logan. Okay, so I can read these values anyways. So we have client IDs, size equals 3. That's fine. So this is... We just added... Is that correct? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's correct. So we have 3 available slots, basically, is what this is saying. Remove client, add message. Okay, so we're gonna go here. So we're disconnecting the host. Okay, so we have host, clients, set host. So we're setting the host to true here. Okay, client ID. Let's follow this client. Client ID 1050. Okay, you'll see his hosting is false, but it's about to change to true. So we're gonna hit F8. And now if we examine, hosting is true. Okay. So we're gonna send this new message. Let's see if this guy ever gets switched to false. So we're building that packet. We're adding that message. Hosting's still true. 1050 was our client. Crap. We don't have... Yeah, here we are. 1050. Hosting is true still. Can I watch? New watch. How do I use the watch? I don't even remember. Host. There we go. So now we have this guy marked. All right. So we have hosting to be true. Okay, that's over with. Where'd you go? I need you. So we're breaking. Process packet. What's our packets? Oh, so now it's waiting for another packet. All right, let's follow this one through. We're actually going to stop on the process packet and follow this all the way through. So I'm gonna add this guy. This is gonna give us problems. Okay, so let's handle our packet. Wait, what? I didn't step into mother trucker. That's all right. Dang. Just one more time, I guess. Step into this time. Get the received message, blah, blah, blah. We get the packet type. Our packet type is match request. Our received message, just our name, open session, find open session. We're adding a client here. So let's go into add clients. Okay. Step into. And then let's do... Hey baby, go lay down, sweetie. Baby. Okay, we're gonna go to in here. And we should have clients. Let's check our clients to see if this guy got changed. No, his hosting is still true. But I guarantee it's gonna output false for some reason. Okay, let's check it. Let's step over that. Hosting is true. Hosting is true still. Hosting is true. Crap. Where'd you go? Clients 1050. Hosting is true. Add message, join message. Let's check out what this join message is. Join message. Host false. Team 0. That's fine. That's good. Okay. Step over. Step into this one. So now we're gonna go to here. Go to here. As one packet. Builder. Create. Packet type. All client info. Okay. We're gonna go to session clients here. Host. Hosting is true still here, so that's fine. F8. F8. Synchronized. Are we gonna run into an issue here? No, we shouldn't. Okay, so we're gonna step over. Going to step over. Going to step into. Yeah, step into. Okay. This hosting is true. So this should be output to true right here. It has to be. But it's not. So let's check it. We're gonna see. F8. Oh crap. Oh, hosting's true. Hosting's true. Hosting's true. Okay. It's gonna do this for all these guys. See what our info map says so far. H equals false. Size equals 6. Client ID, info map. Okay. See what our builder looks like. Message map. TP value, that's fine. Do this. Wait, where's my... Let's go. F8. F8. If info map equals null, that's why. I'm only setting the info map once. Why did none of you tell me this? So, when my user first joins the session, the info map is getting set. And then, it's set from there on. So even though hosting is true, this map's already been built, right? So it's not resetting the value in the map. It's not regenerating this every time. So what I actually need to do is change that value in the map upon at set hosting. So the set hosting thing, I need to actually say if info map is not equal to null, then we're gonna set info map dot put h hosting. Is there a replace? Would that be a better replace? Yeah. So we're gonna replace h with hosting. So anytime our hosting changes now, we should actually do this with all of these values. Yeah, so on the set team, let's actually do it here too. So we could say team equals team ID dot ID. What? Oh, baby. Why don't you go play in your room, sweetie? Go play in your room, baby. Okay, so let's see. My daughter's playing guitar. Okay, so I think this is actually gonna fix the issue. Let's see. Go with let's go with play on the server, and I haven't changed anything in Gamemaker, of course, so we could just open it up and then, hey baby, will you go play, sweetie? Oh baby. Alrighty, so here we go. Matchmaking. Alright, please fix my issues here. Alright, so hosts. Where's my host? Here we go. Host, disconnect. This guy should join and you should get an updated host. Yeah, host. Is that correct? There we go. Host. Beautiful. Okay, it works. What's up, Ghost Creative Studio? Alright, so how you guys doing? Alright. There we go. Alright, then let's disconnect this host and try one more time. This is the host, disconnect. Then we join. There we go. We have a host SD, is that correct? Host SD, searching for players, so we join one more. And we have 6 players, we join one more, we should get a new session because that one's full. There we go, we have a new session. So if I were to open up 10 more of these bad boys. Eventually I'll run out of memory maybe. No. Check it out. Oh, that's not a good sign. Oh, my CPU. It's not bad. Gamemaker doesn't take that much memory, or applications don't. Okay, so here we go. Matchmaking. So I'm getting the second session now. Okay, so my second session is now full. If I join one more, I should get a third session, right? There we go, third session. Now, we can reflect that in this. New session has been created. Now, if that host actually leaves, since there's no more clients, the session should shut down. Ooh. Session 2 is shutting down. Session 2 has been shut down. Client has been removed from sessions. Session. Host disconnected and there are no more available clients in this lobby. What? Recipient amount 1. Session 2 is shutting down. Has been shut down. Client has been removed from session. Might have a double up on interesting. I never got that issue before. Disconnect host, clients, session shut down if clients is empty. Why is it giving me this one? Oh, that's correct. Why is this shutting down? Why is it shutting down so fast? It has been shut down. Is shutting down. Has been shut down. Session shut down. Oh yeah, my remove client is shutting it down a second time. Which I guess in the case that my host disconnects, I don't actually have to run that remove client code. So where's my disconnect host? Host. Disconnect host. which I don't actually run that. Oh yeah, I do. Crap. So this remove client, I think, is actually going to take care of the shutting down thing. So theoretically, I don't need this. That remove client will actually take care of it. But I can say if clients dot is empty, then run this code, but is not empty. So that'll work. Okay. I'm done with this side of it for now. So now I have my clients working. I think what I actually want to do is kind of spearhead in Gamemaker now. I may need to just start doing that tomorrow. I'm actually going to start implementing the tank movement and the actual going into the game. Maybe, but I really want to handle heartbeats. I really need to handle heartbeats or connections. And I'm kind of debating on how I'm going to do that currently. So now I show my host. Everyone knows who the host is now, which is important. The network manager needs to keep track of the current host. So like this host change. Yeah, I might do that tomorrow because I think that's going to be a big undertaking. I don't know. What do you guys want to see? Someone throw something at me. Or maybe I'll do something. Handles connect request from a user? When did I use this? What the heck? Do I even use that anymore? Yeah, I don't use that anymore. What's my message types? Host success. Join success. I don't think I use host success anymore either. Yeah, I don't use host success anymore, so I can get rid of that message actually. I'll have to decrease the values on my server side. So my packet types, no more host success. I'll have to. I could use enum. I should change this to enums as well. But 5, 6. Okay, cleaned that up. Sorry, I'm trying to think of what I actually need to do. Okay, so let's picture it. Let's be on the picture. So I have like this game, right? With this cool paintbrush out, it's neat. So I have this host. He joins. But I also have a master server here, right? This is the master Java server, okay? The master server handles the session, the teams, all that nonsense. Also, if a host leaves, the master server is in charge of finding a new host. Now, what's the host's job? The host's job is going to be to handle connections, kind of. So I have these clients that is everyone except the host. The host, like if you get set as the host, you know it on your side, which you are just another client basically, but with an extra responsibility. So I have these three hosts, or one host, three clients. And these clients, when they find out who the host is, they need to start sending heartbeats to the host. And what these heartbeats are basically a way for the host to know who is still connected, okay? So the session, the matchmaker is gonna have to know when a game is live, basically, I think. I don't know if that matters so much. So I think what's gonna happen is the host is going to send a heartbeat to the master server, okay? And as long as the host, or the master server is getting a heartbeat from the host, master server is getting a message from the host periodically, then the host is fine. Now the clients are going to send heartbeats to the host, but not to each other. And they're all going to get responses back from the host. If one of the clients loses, if one of the clients is sending a heartbeat but not getting a response, then the host will notify the master server that this client is not responding. Or maybe I don't even have to, yeah, I do need to go that far. I don't know. I'm thinking I want to relinquish control to the host over the game after the game starts. But if the host disconnects, then what? Then who decides who the next host is, right? That's why I think I want this master server to be involved still, so it can reconcile basically the host. Does anyone have any thoughts on this? Or do you know what I'm even talking about? Or like, dude, you're crazy. So I have a matchmaking server, or the master server, which sets up the matchmaking. That's how all the clients are connecting and getting each other's information, is through the server. Now it's a peer-to-peer network game, so all the peers can access each other directly without the server. So when the game actually starts, do I want the matchmaking, the master server, to just kind of give control to the game? The issue with that is the host disconnects. And then what do the clients do? Who's the new host, right? The reason I think I need a host is because you need to have some kind of connection management. Like, you need to, the host needs to have a way to tell, or the clients need to have a way to tell basically who's connected and who's not. So if you give a central host, then your clients can send messages to that host can send messages back, and as long as they can send messages between each other, the connection's all good. Crap. Does that make any sense at all? Or should I not even have the notion of a host when I get in game? What would be the consequences of that? So without the notion of a host, it would look like this. Let's say I had 4 players. I draw pretty good boxes with the mouse, I just want you guys to know. Okay, so I have a client, 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 client. This client sends this client messages. This client sends this. I guess this can go both ways. Client messages. They do this. They do this. This. So they're all sending each other messages, which is going to happen anyway, but what happens when this guy disconnects? How do we know that this guy disconnected? If he doesn't send a disconnect message, if his computer crashes, if he gets an error, if his network goes down, he's no longer sending messages back. But who decides that we no longer need to send information to this guy? Which one of these guys decides that? Well, I don't think anyone can reliably know that. Now, they could all listen. At this point, they could all be listening. If none of them get a response back from this particular client, they could all send a message to each other doing a confirmation, like, hey, this client went down. And if they all receive messages from each other, then balls. I don't think that would work. If they all received messages from each other, then they could decidedly say that that guy's gone. But what if all of a sudden this guy goes down before the messages were relayed correctly? Then no one receives a message back from this guy, reply. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to keep the middleman there, the match server. So I need to have a heartbeat per client. That server. This paint tool is kind of nice, isn't it? Kind of neat. I feel like I'm really painting on the screen. Okay, that might have to wait till tomorrow. What I get done today? A bunch of bugs fixed. I got handling disconnection and properly handling teams, which teams are configurable, which is kind of cool. For example, if I go to my my packet workflow handler, I have create new session here. Where is it at? New session. Oh, sorry. So on create new session, I can actually specify a max clients and max team. So I could actually say 4 teams, and I want to have 12 clients max in the game. So you're getting 4 clients per team, right? So that's actually possible. I would just have to handle it on Gamemaker side, but as far as the server goes, it's all good. You could do it. I got my remove client fixed. Got my add client. Got my disconnect. Is there anything else I could do here? Yeah, this is my disconnect host. I feel like I can combine all this to the remove client. Where does disconnect host get called? I may not need 2 methods for this. I could literally just say, I could do all this. Remove member, blah, blah, blah. And then right after that, I could say, disconnect host. Oh yeah, I could say, maybe I will keep it. I guess it kind of makes sense. Connect host. Clients is not empty, then I basically change the host. I feel like I can do something though. I could actually say change migrate host here. And then I could get rid of this remove clients. And then in my remove client, I literally say this. Remove client, I could say after all this is done, could say if change migrate host client equals host. Wait, I change host, don't I? Oh no, I don't. Yeah, if client equals host, migrate host. I think I could simplify this even a bit further by saying else if client equals host, migrate host, and then I do not have to do this, I believe. I could say clients.isEmpty. Do that, else migrate host. I don't have to say it here anymore. Now my host is changing. Cool. So there we go. I simplified that a bit. And then migrate host, I should, yeah. I did log that at least. Cool. So that worked. Cool deal. Have my synchronized list. Why wasn't that synchronized before? It's really odd to me. I could have swore I did. Neat. Okay. Migrate. Need to update the comment for this. Change the host to the first host found. Which I could actually specify someone to migrate to, which may be useful for the future. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do specify clients, and the host will equal the client specified. And then I can pass it in up here. Just gonna go to the first host. Cool. So now I could actually specify who I want to migrate to. Disconnect client, do I really? I guess that's fine. That's a good public name for it. And then, oh wait, remove client's public too. What the heck? Okay, remove client doesn't need to be public. Private. Okay, so I have disconnect client, remove clients. Shut down. Cool. Okay. Max Teams isn't used? What? It's used right here. What are you talking about? Oh, I guess this just comes from the constructor, though. I never actually... we'll get rid of it for now. Why not? Okay. Can we analyze? How do I do the analyze here? Analyze my code. Code, analyze, inspect code. Whole project, let's see it. What do you got, IntelliJ? Class structure, 5 warnings. Fields can be local. Local. Let's fix it. Convert to local. I don't know what it did actually. Oops. Scary. Redundant local variable? Oh. Okay. That fix it? Yeah, okay. Declaration redundancy? What's this mean? Why? Server 10 warnings can be private, can be Oh, why am I not? Are they not private? Oops. Public static. Sure, why not? Entry. Package private. Sure, why not? Declaration. Sorry, I'm letting IntelliJ tell me what to do about the code. Let's see, make final. Sure, make final, why not? Oh yeah, this should have been final anyway. What the hell am I doing? Unused declarations. I have a lot of those. I have a reason for them though. I have a reason for all those. But I guess I'll get rid of them. No, let's cancel that. I did some cleanup. Yeah, Mito, I don't know if he is. Do you need something, man? I'm glad to help. Do you have my Discord? Here, you guys can get my Discord. If you guys ever want to ask questions or anything, I try to answer them on Discord, guys. Yeah, I don't know if he's here though, man. I don't know. But you guys can get on my Discord there and talk to each other, talk to me, whatever. I'm trying to get more people on there, hanging out. So chill out there until I get more people so we can get a community going around there. That's funny. Okay. Well, let's do something in Gamemaker, a little bonus for you guys that have hung around. Let's see, let's do something small. What can I show you guys? Something in Gamemaker. What's something quick that you guys want to see? Something fast. Or something you think might be small. Small tutorial, like something little. Just throw it out there, man. All right. No, not for this project, Pug, just in general. I'm trying to get something to move following the mouse with collision. And also slide on walls. It's a tough one. Let me think about it for a minute. I'm not gonna say I have a great solution, but just give me a second. Circle, slide. Follow the mouse sliding on walls. It would have to follow it at speed, right? All right, I'll do the sprite changing for left and right real quick and move into the other one. The sprite changing thing is really I'll kind of try to do both of them at the same time. Hold on. I'll do circle right. It really depends how you have your movement going. So circle left, I'll just make like a gray. So you'll be able to see the difference. So you'll be able to see the color change on it. Circle. Block. We have the block. We have the circle. Based off platformer series. I show you how to do it in the platformer series. But it's pretty simple. I have horizontal input equals keyboard check VK right minus keyboard check VK left. What this does is return a number 0, 1, or -1. So if you're pressing the right button, you'll have +1 because this returns true, which in Gamemaker is +1. If you're pressing left, you'll have +1 as well. This will return true if you're pressing left. Now, if you're pressing both at the same time, obviously this 1 minus 1 is 0. If you're just pressing the right key, then you have 1 minus 0, which is 1. If you're pressing the left key, then you have 0 minus 1, which is -1. So you can use, obviously, the -1 from the left key to move your character in the negative direction on the x-axis. You can use your keyboard check right to move your character in the positive direction. So you can actually use your horizontal input as your direction vector, basically. So, for instance, you say x plus equal horizontal input times move speed, right? So this is going to say 1 times whatever your move speed is. So if your move speed was 0.5, it'd be 1 times 0.5, which would be 0.5. If your horizontal speed, because you were pressing left, is negative, then this would be a negative speed, which would be equivalent to saying x minus equal the value. So at the end of this, you simply say if horizontal input equals 1, sprite index equals s circle right, else if horizontal input equals -1, sprite index equals s circle left. And always ignore 0 unless you have a picture where you want, when you're not moving, your character just kind of faces you, then you'd say else if. But the caveat here is in my platformer I have friction, so you're actually, even when you're not pressing a key, you're still like sliding to a direction. So in that case, all you have to say is, because you have an X speed, right? This will work just fine if you're just doing keyboard inputs. But if you have an X speed that's pushing your character, then you would simply say if sine of my X speed equals 1, and if sine of my X speed equals -1. Now what does sine do? Sine converts, or doesn't convert, it finds the value, the vector, normalized vector of your value. I don't know how to explain that. So if your X speed is positive 100, the sine of positive 100 equals 1, okay? It gets that it's a positive value. Sine of negative 100 equals -1. Sine of 0 equals 0. So using sine, you can get the direction, the same as this horizontal input. So if you have an X speed, you would simply say sine of X speed equals 1, change my sprite to S circle right. Else, if my sine is -1, change my sprite to circle left. So either of those will work. Does that make any sense? Okay. So about the slide thing. You want it to slide. I think you're gonna have to use some trig here. I will say for now, dire equals mouse point direction from my X and Y position to the mouse X, mouse Y. My speed, I'm gonna set to a constant value in my create event. I say speed equals 5. And I will then say X vector equals length in the direction X. This should directly translate into whatever code you have. The length is always going to be the speed that you're trying to move at, and the direction is going to be the direction. It's going to get the X vector. Let's get the Y. Y back. I'll call it back. And we'll say length dire Y. So this will get the Y component, this will get the X component of that direction going that speed. Okay, next thing you say. Next thing you say. Next you say, if collision line from our X position, our Y position, to our X position plus our X vector position, and our Y position plus our Y vector position against a block. Don't need to use precision. True, it's not me. Okay. So now you know you have a collision in a direction. So I'll show you what I did here in Paint real quick. Okay, so in Paint, can't I draw a straight line in Paint? Whatever. So I have a wall here. I have multiple walls. And I have my circle. I'm trying to move 5 pixels in this direction. That's what my length dire is. Length dire X is this amount right here. Length dire Y is this amount right here. And together, when you add both of those to the X and Y values, you end up at this point, okay? So I got the X and Y, and now I'm saying, check here. Is there a collision in this line here? If so, then I want to find the direction. Well, I already know the direction. I'm trying to see if there's an issue with this before I tell you exactly this is it. So let's say I do collide with the wall. Well, I already know the direction of this collision, right? So what I could say is I want to change the direction I'm trying to move into being straight, right? And how do we do that? Well, we gotta use some trig here. I kind of want to move all the way against the wall. So I have a target direction I'm trying to move in, but I need a new direction based on the collision. So I want to move against the wall. So I want to move in that X component as far as I can to be against the wall. And then I want to begin moving straight, but how do I know that I need to be moving straight? This is the hard part. So I think we can get up against the wall maybe. I never got my head around the numbers of collision line. Move contact solid is basically a while loop that says while there's not a wall here. That's fine. I'm trying to get the direction. The collision line's easy. You give it a point, starting point, XY, and you give it an ending point, XY. And it checks for a collision with a specified object and returns true, or returns the instance ID of the first collision that happens. Basically all it does is move along this line and check every pixel along this line to see if the instance is there. It's actually a pretty slow function, but it's what you have to do sometimes. But that's it. It just checks for a collision between those lines. You don't give a distance. You give a starting X and Y and then an ending X and Y. I am using link direction to go from this point to get this point at the end. Now this is some trig stuff. Let's see. You have a triangle, right? You have a triangle of where you're trying to move. You can easily get this component of the... So you can get the X component easily here. It's fine. But then you need to see... I think you need to see the greater of sine... Cosine? Let's see. Sine would be this angle right here. So if I color this, sine will be here. Cosine will be the blue of this angle. So what are your limits? So if you have a square here, your mouse is here and your object's here, do you still want it to find its way around? How do you want that to work? Or do you just want it to knock up against it and slide when like the angle is enough? You want it to knock up against it, or do you actually want like pathfinding? That's what I'm asking. Because I can show you how to do pathfinding. thinking of those physics games where you're dragging blocks around and they kind of slide with the mouse. Oh, okay, so you're like actually clicking and it's trying to follow your mouse as much as possible. So that would be this. I think you'd try to move in the direction. Let's try something. So we have a collision with the line. Let's we'll call this target. Target X vector. Target Y vector. And these are gonna be here. Okay, so if there's a collision with the line, let's get the greater of the sine and the cosine. Or I guess it wouldn't be the greater. Yeah, it would be the absolute. So we'll say if absolute value cosine of direction, we need to use radians 2 degrees, or degrees to radians, deg to rad of the direction is greater than the absolute value of sine, then x velocity, we'll go target x vector equals this is actually going to be d cosine deg to rad dire times speed. This is if x is greater, that's correct. Target y vec equals 0. We'll do else. We'll do backwards. I'll explain this in a minute if it works. I don't want to explain it without it working. Sine. Okay, then we could say x plus equals target x vec, y plus equals target y vec. Let's see. Why do I think there's something else I need to do here? Oh, I need to say if place, not place meeting x plus target x vec y block. Let's go down here. Else while not place meeting times x plus sine of target x vec x plus equals sine target x vec. Do the same thing for the y separately. this can be y plus equal target y vec. Let's go down here. And there's this goulash. Okay. All right, let's try that. Let me set up my test room instances. Oh, I guess I could like paint it, huh? Let's try that. It's not too bad. I'll explain it in a second. It's close. It's close. I'm not using precise collision checking, so the circle is more like a square. It's colliding like a square. But yeah, that seems to work decently. You could use lerp on this too. I might try to do that in a second. Is that like kind of what you're looking for though? Is that kind of thing? I could try to do it with lerp. Let me see. I'll explain it in a second, don't worry. But is that kind of it? So to do lerp, how would you do lerp? So you have your target x velocity, which is multiplied by our speed. Huh. I don't know how you do that with lerp. It's kind of weird because you're doing it based off of speed. I guess your speed could be lerped. Your speed could be like speed equals lerp from speed. Wait, how are you applying this? The distance? Would this be like just like the distance? I don't know exactly what you're doing here. Yeah, speed. I don't know. What would I do here? Speed. Is this what it would be? .2 or something? Oh, Joey. Okay. I don't think that's it. 0 point? Oh, okay. It gets pretty dicey though. Maybe there would need to be a max of some type. I wonder why it does that though. I'm trying to picture why it would do that. Maybe it's becoming so great of a value. Let's do max 30. Oh, not max, min. I'm not positive why it would do that. And that's pretty good. I was dragging it around. Let's try like 50. So I'm capping it out. I think it was becoming too great. Okay, see, that's like too much for some reason for it. Wonder why that fails. What could it possibly be doing? Sine degrees to radians. It's only happening on the y-axis? It is only happening on the y-axis. So odd. It's moving at such too fast though. It's like way too fast. Why is it happening on the y-axis? I don't understand. Is something wrong here? I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong. So I'll explain this, how this is working, and then I'll hand you off the code and maybe you could figure it out from there if this gets you kind of on the right track. I don't know why it's failing when it's... I mean, this feels pretty good, but when it goes over that mark, it's kind of odd. But I mean, this is pretty good. It's pretty smooth. If you were dragging this along, I mean, yeah, I don't know why you'd need much better. I think that feels pretty good. I might even make it lerp a little bit faster, like that. 0.4. Something like that. Pretty good. Amateur, is that helping at all? Or I'm about to explain it if you're there. I'm not gonna explain it if you're not though. That makes sense? Or is this kind of what you want, or is this like not it at all? You think you could work with it at least? He's probably rewinding to see the code or something. Probably not even watching it. Oh. Is that... you don't like it? Oh, okay. I'm gonna explain it. Is this what you want, or do you want something different? That's what I'm asking. I don't mind explaining it. Okay, so... I'll explain how this works. So we start out with the direction, of course, and then a speed. This is that thing that I just lerped. I used a minimum of 30, so whatever this lerp value comes out with, it won't ever go, the speed will never be over 30 pixels per step. This is what you'd have to mess with to get what you wanted. Then I have a target x velocity. This should be velocity, not necessarily vector. It should be velocity. Equals length dir x in the speed in the direction. Okay, so let me explain length direction x real quick, or length direction period, because everyone should know how to use this. So let's say you're here and you wanted to move to this point, and this point on the x-axis is 10 pixels over, and on the y-axis it's, so you go 10 pixels over and 5 pixels up or something, right? So you go 5 pixels up. What length direction x gets you is, well, you know you want to travel in this direction at a certain speed. So I guess I should draw the 5 over here. Makes more sense. Oh shoot. Golly, come on, man. Okay, here we go. 5 over here. So you're going direction, speed. So let's say your speed is, well, let me do some math real quick so I can give you guys accurate mathematics. 5 times 5 plus 100 equals square root. Okay, so your speed is 11.18 for whatever reason, okay? This is the distance that you're going to travel this step, is 11.18 pixels. That doesn't seem correct. A squared plus B squared equals, I guess that's right? Let me do it one more time. 5 times 5 equals plus 10 times 10, which, and I want the square root of 1.5. I guess that is. It's 11.8. Okay, so you're traveling at a speed of 11.18 in a direction of whatever, 45 degrees, right? So you have your direction, you have your speed. But you need to know how many pixels to the right. So typically, if you make like a top-down game, you would say x plus equal 10, whatever, I can't do it. X plus equal 10, y plus equal 5, okay? Well, guess what? This actually moves you 15 pixels total. It doesn't move you 11.18 pixels. So in top-down games, you get the sense of going too fast when you're going diagonally, because you're moving at 10 plus 5. You're moving 15, so you're actually moving like up here when the speed you want to go is 11.18 or whatever, okay? So what you do is you take your speed and you say length dir x, you give it your speed, 11.18, you give it your direction, 45 degrees, and it gives you back 10. Wait, I told you all this. Yeah, it gives you back 10, okay? No, it doesn't give you back 10. I think I did this backwards. I'm just confusing you more. Let's say your speed is 15. Let me go the other direction. Your speed is 15. Telling you guys wrong, and I feel bad. I'm sorry. Okay, so if your speed's 15, what length direction x is going to give you when you give it 45 degrees and 15 is how many pixels x you need to move. So whatever, this could give you, say, 12, okay? So you would get 12 pixels, which, guess what? This is actually, wait, what is it? 12. Yeah, so this is 12. And if you use length direction y with the same parameters, it's going to give you this value that might be something like 13. So it's actually going to give you what you should apply to the x and what you should apply to the y to move the distance you would like to move, okay? I did a terrible explanation on that, but that's what I'm getting here is the speed and the direction. I'm getting how many pixels to the right, or how many pixels along the x-axis I should move, and how many pixels along the y-axis I should move by using length die or y. Okay, so it's kind of just getting the correct distance to move each way. And then what I'm doing is saying if collision line x between my x position, my y position, and my x position plus the distance I'm trying to move to the right, and my y position plus the distance I'm trying to move to the along the y against a block. So this is going to return a value of true if there is a collision line, okay? So all this is doing is, this is pretty easy. I have my position with my x and y, and I'm getting a point between this, and here's my target position. And then I add that x, basically x velocity to this that I found using length die or y, and it gives me my x position plus that, and then my y position plus the length die or y. So it actually ends up here to this point. So I'm getting a collision line between that to see if there's any blocks. Okay, so if so, then I'm getting the absolute of the cosine of degrees to radians of the direction. Okay, so first let's get rid of this degrees to radians thing. This is kind of confusing, it looks weird. Basically, cosine takes in an angle, okay? But Gamemaker's version of cosine takes in a radian. And if you don't know what radians are, you have your coordinate plane, you have your circle. This is called the unit circle. This is where you have basically the value 1 here on the x. This point right here is 1, 0, right? So this is over 1 coordinate and no y value. This is -1 coordinate, no y value. This is no x coordinate and 1 y value. This is no x coordinate, -1 y. And then the circle around here is called the unit circle. Now you have degrees. You have 45 degrees right here. This is 45 degrees. Well, there's a way to break this circle up. Instead of 45 degrees, you have radians, which is basically cutting up the pie into some sections. So it gives you the coordinate of this point. Well, what is the coordinate, basically, of this point? So you need the actual coordinates that, sorry, I keep saying that. You need the actual coordinates of this point, right? Degrees does not give you the actual coordinate of this point. So you have basically radians that can be used to kind of calculate that coordinate. Basically, they're another way of measuring angles, but in a more, I don't know the good explanation for this either. Oh, it's weird how you have like this stuff in your head and you know it, and then it's really hard to actually bring it out and explain it. But it's basically like, let's see. What is the radians for this? For this angle? So it's basically a ratio of the circle. Okay, so for example, if you were to cut the circle up in halves, guess what this is? Well, you know, first of all, that a full circle is 2 pi, right? 2 pi. You know that given that a full circle is 2 pi, that half a circle is pi, right? So half a circle is pi. If I were to erase this, half a circle is pi. Guess what a quarter of a circle is? It's pi over 2, right? It's half of a pi. Guess what 45 degrees is, which is a, what is that? An eighth of a circle. Pi over 4. Guess what what is that? We have fourths. Then we have, did I do that right? Pi over 2, pi over 4. Yeah, so you divide it in half again and it's pi over 8, okay? This is actually the radian. So if you do, for example, if I go here, so if I were to go here and say, where's my pi? Pi, hello, pi. Can I have pi? The heck? Did I miss it? Pi. Whatever. So you have 3.142 whatever divided by 8. So this is actually the radian for whatever this is degrees wise. What's half of 45? Whatever degree this is. This is the radian value, okay? Anyway, what I was getting to is that Gamemaker actually takes in the radians. Yes, the radians, not degrees. So when you're using cosine, you actually have to feed it radians, which is this instead of... Wait, let's see what 45 degrees is in radians. So 45 degrees is 3.142 divided by 4. 2, 4, yeah. Am I telling you that correctly? Pi over 2. Pi over 2, pi over 4, yeah. So that's 0.7855. Okay, that's what Gamemaker expects, not 45, as you would put in degrees wise. So what you do is you turn your degrees into radians by this function here. So this actually returns my radians. If I was at a degree of 45, then this would return the radian value. And then that gets input into cosine. Well, what's cosine? Cosine is, if you have a triangle, and you have an angle here, right? This is your angle. Then cosine is this x amount down here. So this is cosine. Now sine is this y amount here, okay? So what we're doing when we're saying get the absolute value of cosine of this angle is we give it this angle, it turns it into radians, and it gives us the x value, basically the x amount of this direction, okay? I know that's kind of weird to say, but you're getting the x amount of this direction, and I'm getting the absolute value of it. So I'm turning it, if it's negative, so if we're going backwards, I am getting the negative value of it, okay? I'm just getting the sign. So it's gonna return me 1. I'm basically saying, is my x direction to the right or to the left? That's what I'm saying right here. And then since I'm turning it, oh, sorry. I was thinking of sine. I'm using absolute value, sorry. So absolute value, I'm still turning it, sorry. Let me back up. I got lost in my own head here. If it is negative, so if I'm going negative 10 over to the left, I'm turning it into positive 10, right? Easy enough. Basically, I'm just doing this to compare against the y. So I'm seeing if my change in x, which may be 10, change in x is greater than my change in y. This is basically saying, given my angle, you could actually use angle difference for this too. It might make more sense to you. I'm saying from my point, and here's, let's say this is my mouse. This is my mouse coordinate. Guess what? Wait, that's really hard to tell actually. Why is this so hard to tell? Okay, how would I draw this better to tell? Okay, so if my mouse were here, my change in my... Wait. Yeah, my change in my x is actually greater than my change in my y, because like the y is really short, the x is really long, right? So I'm just seeing which one is greater. And based on that, so if my x is greater, then I want to move along the x-axis only. So the block is here. I only want to move along the x. But if my mouse is up here, then my y change is greater than my x change. That makes me wonder, could I actually do... You might actually be able to do something as simple as absolute value of x minus mouse x is greater than the absolute value of y minus mouse y. For some reason, I think this might work as well. should be more simple. So yeah, I guess that works too. I don't know, I didn't think of that before. I did it the super hard way. Okay, there we go. So I think that's getting the same result. So yeah, I'm getting see if my x difference is greater than my y difference. If so, then I want to move along the x-axis only. I don't want to move it all along the y-axis. So then I am saying my target x velocity, once again, is degrees to radians, blah, 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 my cosine. Basically, I'm getting my x vector. I think I might be able to get the same result here, saying length dire x, length of speed in the direction of dire. Wait, no. I think I could actually use x minus mouse x minus x here. And then down here, I think this is gonna actually give the same result. Mouse y minus y. Again, this is the direction of the y change. This is the direction of the x change. Wait, that's not gonna be accurate. Wait, is it? What the hell? No, this isn't gonna be accurate. Okay, how is that accurate? Because this will be the speed of either 1, 0, or -1. I don't... How's that even accurate? Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. I don't know what's real. Yeah, so apparently that works too. I don't know. Maybe this wasn't such a hard thing. You just enter some random crap in the computer and it works. But how is this working? The direction of mouse y minus y. Yeah, how's that even working? That's not even a direction. Is my collision handling just handling it? Just handling it? I'm confused. Stick with the first way on this part, because I know this is correct. I'm almost positive. But I think my collision handling may just have been handling the collisions correctly. Yeah, this is definitely the better way. See what happens if I use precise collision checking on the circle, actually. I think you have to actually use it on the block as well. Not positive about that. Size. Let me hit play. There you go. So yeah, precise collision checking kind of works too. You get that like circle around the edge type thing. So yeah, that gives you a little bit better feeling of it. There's actually methods that you can use to eke your way around the circle, which is a little bit beyond me, I think. I could figure it out, but it'd take me a while. Something with, you have to actually go from your center point, length direction, half your sprite width to get to the edge, and then do your collision checks from that edge. It's kind of a little bit more complicated, but it still feels pretty good here. I mean, it's tugging. I think the square actually probably worked a little bit better. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's kind of cool. Guess I never really messed with it too much. So yeah, here's the code one more time, in case you're curious about it. Yeah, so I hope that makes some sense. I'm about to jump off, guys. I gotta go lay down, hang out with the fam and stuff. But yeah, cool stuff, man. Let's see. If you guys want to mess with this, I guess I'll circle slide. Send it to a zip. I'll put it in the description. Copy. Dropbox. Into games, gym project, shared projects, circle slide, save. Share. Create link. Copy link. Hey guys, go. That's in the description now. So there's that project. I am going to do a tutorial on this cover system. I thought about doing it today. I thought it would take a little bit long though. It really isn't that hard to do. It's pretty cool though. Pretty cool effect. It's something I always wanted to do when I was younger, but I could never really do it. So, oops. I don't know what I did there. Gonna be honest, I don't know what happened there. Let me restart it. I'm clicking the wrong button. I don't know why they're all moving towards my mouse click. That's the part I didn't know. Okay, so I have like this guy. Let's say you have a player. I actually wish I had that thing that I was just showing you guys on this. And I come around the corner here. You want a guy to like take cover. Well, he finds like a place to take cover. So it's all line of sight based. So I come down here. They want to hide from me. I go hide. These guys go hide. I'm just moving around. You know, they're basically just running away, finding places to hide. But I can add like tons of guys. I can just walk around and they all run. Get out of here! And there's guys stuck in the walls, but whatever. Better run, kid. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. But I'm going to do a tutorial on this one pretty soon. You could do a lot with it. It's pretty cool. Some basic pathfinding and whatnot too, so. But there's really not much code to it, actually. I mean, the bulk of the code is right. I'll even show it. All these aren't used. I was doing some more advanced stuff too. Right here. This is the bulk of the code. It's not too bad. But just uses priority queue and a hide area that's auto-generated on room start. And I'll go through it all. Whatever. Pretty cool though. Alright guys, I am going to jump off here. I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. If you did watch and enjoyed it, support me on Patreon, patreon.com/gloomytoad. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.